recomendamos usar auriculares. Recuerda que hoy en la clase Herramientas Creativas, junto al maestro Marcelo Novati, estaremos realizando importantes sorteos de productos Evans ProMark entre los presentes. Puedes chequear en la página web del festival la agenda y horarios de todo el festival. Visita festivaldadario.com, PercuFest Dadario. Para introducir a la maestra, les comparto esta breve reseña. Dorothea Taylor, mejor conocida como la madrina de la batería, ejerce como instructora privada de percusión y batería. Ella comparte en sus redes sociales contenidos muy interesantes sobre marching band, rutinas de práctica y demás temas muy interesantes para bateristas y percusionistas. Además, sube sus propios videos a YouTube tocando hits de bandas como Slipknot y Paramore, entre otras. Recuerden que hoy, al finalizar nuestra masterclass, estaremos a continuación disfrutando de la masterclass de Vera Figueiredo, una gran artista brasilera, donde nos dará una masterclass sobre ritmos brasileros. Les cuento también a todos los presentes que Dorothea está con una dificultad técnica, por eso está un poco demorada. Y hasta tanto ella pueda sumarse a este vivo, podemos compartir con ustedes algunas preguntas y respuestas que quizás tengan por ahí. Con todo gusto, como especialista en productos Evans, ProMark y Dadario, aquí invito a Manuel Cafarena desde
Buenas
México.
Buenas tardes a todos, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo andás?
Hola Manuel, buenas tardes. Bien, muy contento de estar aquí ya en nuestra segunda jornada de este PercuFest Latinoamérica. Ayer fue una jornada hermosa, acabamos de disfrutar de la masterclass del maestro Mauricio Clavería, donde compartió conceptos súper interesantes de audio híbrido, ¿no? Acústico, electrónico y un montón de, respuestas que dio sobre ese tema y muchos más a todas las preguntas. Así que, bueno, muy contento de haber disfrutado de esa masterclass.
¿Sabes qué? Aprovechando este ratito me gustaría mostrarles ahí está llegando Dorothea. De acá escucho el caballo que está estacionando acá en el campo. Aquí estamos, bueno, me retiro. Hasta luego. Hi Dorothea, nice to meet you. Bye bye.
Eso va a ir al sorteo, Manu. Todo eso que ibas a mostrar. Oh, I can hear you. Dorothea. No. Dorothea, I can hear you. You have your microphone switch off. Oh, there you are.
You can hear me now?
Hi, I'm Sebastian.
Hi, Sebastian.
Yeah, but it's a little bit low, your voice. Can you turn up the volume?
How about that? Is that better?
Oh, beautiful. Welcome to the PercuFest Latin America.
Thank you. I'm sorry. I was trying to click on and I was just confused on which link to click on. So it took me a while to find it. Sorry about that.
No problem. We are glad. So we are all here for you. So let's begin your masterclass. I'm going to be your translator. So I don't know if you want to answer questions as soon as they come, or just you let me know when you want to answer them.
Well, yeah, I'll just let you know. I'll do some things.
Okay.
And then I'll ask if there's any questions or whatever. Okay.
Okay, you have fans from everywhere. Bolivia, Paraguay, from Costa Rica, everywhere.
Oh my goodness. That's exciting. That's crazy too. All right, so we're going to be talking about technique, but what do you do with technique? We learn our important drum rudiments. It would be just like a guitar player not learning the names of the strings or learning any chords on the guitar or a pianist not knowing where they were. So it's the same thing with drums. We don't just get behind drums and bang, we learn important rudiments. Okay? So let's just start off
Hoy vamos a
by.
hablar. Sorry, I'm going to translate.
Okay.
I'm going to translate, that part.
Okay.
Hoy vamos a hablar sobre técnica y la vamos a aplicar a los rudimentos. Así como un pianista o un guitarrista necesita también aprender aspectos técnicos sobre su instrumento, como por ejemplo el nombre de las cuerdas y demás temas referidos a su instrumento, los bateristas no solo nos sentamos en la batería y golpeamos cosas, sino que necesitamos aprender la técnica y rudimentos.
Okay. So we
Yeah.
are going to start just by using the correct technique. This is matched grip, and you know that I'm not playing like this. I'm just playing as if I had just picked up a stick and now I have this angle right here. It's almost like an upside down V. So you set a target on your practice pad, and we're going to learn at the very beginning what the names of the sticking strokes are. So just in case you don't know what the stickings are, this is called a rebound stroke or a full stroke. Either one, you can call it either one. And so you're just rebounding that stick.
Ok, primero vamos a comenzar tomando las baquetas de esta manera como lo está mostrando, formando una V corta invertida y le vamos a llamar match grip o toma emparejada, donde ambas manos toman las baquetas de la misma manera. Vamos a tocar lo que acaba de mostrar recién, es un rebote, ¿sí? Un golpe de rebote completo.
Okay, so the second one will be the downstroke. So we're going to let it rebound off of the head just a little bit, and then you catch it. So you're catching and freezing the stick so that it doesn't come back up. It's a downstroke. You do not want to do a pressed into the drum head. You don't want to press it in. You want it to rebound and come up and just freeze it right there.
Este golpe es un golpe descendente llamado downstroke y no queremos dejar el golpe comienza arriba y termina abajo, pero no debe permanecer en contacto con el parche o con el pad. Entonces solamente lo dejo rebotar y friso el movimiento muy cerca del parche, pero no debe permanecer tocando el parche o el pad en este caso.
Okay, the third stroke is just a tap stroke. So you keep
Este
your
golpe es
stick
un tap.
down, maybe 3 inches, maybe even 2 inches. Just taps.
Mantienes tus golpes a 2 o 3 pulgadas de distancia del pad.
So I'm going to do a downstroke and a tap stroke. Down, tap.
Es un down,
I'm going to do it
un
again.
tap.
Down, tap. All right? Then the fourth stroke is an upstroke. So when your stick is down, you're going to come up. So it's almost a silent note. You're going to just hit it on the way up.
Este es un golpe ascendente, le decimos up. Es un golpe muy silencioso. Apenas tocas el pad, camino. Vamos a escuchar, muy silencioso.
So now I will do a down and an up. Down, up, down,
Down,
up.
up.
So those are the 4 strokes. You have rebound, you have down, you have tap, and you have up. Now, the down and up stroke can be used on your hi-hats for a groove.
Estos son los 4 golpes fundamentales. Estos 2 golpes, down y up, pueden ser usados en el hi-hat para un groove. De esta manera.
We use that stroke a lot in music on your hi-hats because you don't want to have to do all downs. All downs look awkward. All down strokes would be like this. And you don't want that. You want it to look and sound good.
Mirando de esta manera se ve y suena mejor.
And you can do it a lot faster by doing the down and the up. You can go a lot faster and you don't get tired like you would if you were doing all downstrokes. All downstrokes just
Además,
look
no te cansas.
awkward.
Todos los golpes down se ven duros, tensos y además te cansas más.
Okay, so hopefully you understand that. So when you add your left hand, you just do the exact same thing. So down, tap, up,
Con la
down,
mano izquierda.
tap, up, or just rebound on your left hand as well. Now, if you were doing traditional grip, this is how it would look.
Podemos usar los 4 golpes con la mano izquierda o solamente rebotes o así se vería usando el grip tradicional en la mano izquierda. Este es el golpe de rebote o rebound.
So all of these will be rebound.
Estos serían todos rebotes con ambas manos.
And that is actually called a single stroke roll. That is the very first rudiment that we learn, is a single stroke roll.
A este rudimento lo vamos a llamar single stroke roll o rulo de un solo golpe.
And then the next thing that I always teach my students would be the double stroke roll. And you can start and do the same thing with your rebounds.
A continuación vamos a ver el rulo de doble golpe. Podemos comenzar de la misma manera, 2 rebotes con cada mano.
We start slow and gradually get faster and faster.
Comenzamos lentamente y le vamos aumentando la velocidad lentamente.
And when I was going fast, you notice that you can hear all of my doubles nice and clean. You can hear each tap.
Cuando lo hacía rápido podías escuchar claramente los 2 golpes de cada mano.
So if you want to know the secret to getting those nice and clean, we need to accent the second tap just a little bit. Let me move my microphone.
El secreto para lograr un sonido bien articulado y claro de estos 2 golpes rápidamente es acentuar sutilmente el segundo rebote de cada mano. De esta manera.
So you notice that second tap is a little bit louder than the first tap.
Como pueden observar, el segundo golpe suena un poco más fuerte que el primero.
So that is the very first two rudiments that all drummers basically should know. I know every drummer can play a single stroke roll, but most drummers cannot play a nice, clean, open roll. This is called an open double stroke roll, where you can hear every single dat. And by knowing that, you will be able to play all of your other rudiments nice and clean, because you are able to do nice strokings of doubles. So you'll find that in a minute when I start adding different rudiments and showing you how to play them on the kit, but you will hear how clean my rudiments will be because I am stroking those diddles and making them nice and clean.
Estos dos son los rudimentos básicos que todo baterista debería aprender. Singles o golpes simples y golpes dobles. Es importante que se articulen y se entiendan claramente, en especial los golpes dobles. Estos rudimentos son la base de todos los rudimentos que nos va a mostrar a continuación, no solo en el pad, sino también cómo lo aplica a la batería. Luego va a mostrarnos cómo se escuchan y se entienden claramente sus golpes dobles. Muchos bateristas pueden tocar golpes simples, pero los golpes dobles no son tantos los bateristas que lo logran hacer de manera limpia y clara.
Would there be any questions so far on just these
Yes,
things?
we do. Yes, we do. Is there any exercise to gain power in your left hand or rudiment?
Everyone asks that. And the answer
sorry.
is,
Sorry, I have to translate it into Spanish before.
Okay.
Ahí la pregunta es, ¿existe algún ejercicio o rudimento para fortalecer la mano izquierda?
Okay. So everyone wonders about their weak left hand. And so my remedy for that is to get a pillow, just a soft pillow, and work on that, because there is absolutely no rebound on a pillow. So when you're stroking that, I don't have a pillow close by, but let's see if I take a book and put it right here. Well, there's a little bit of bounce on here.
Or maybe your legs.
Let's see. Yeah, you can do it on, let me do it on my legs. This is what I recommend also. Because if you can hear it done on your legs, then you know you're working that stubborn left hand.
Lo que nos está mostrando Dorothea es poder practicar, en especial para desarrollar fortaleza en la mano izquierda, es practicar sobre una superficie que no tenga rebote. Si sale claro el golpe, en especial con nuestra mano izquierda, en una superficie que no tenga rebote, como puede ser una almohada o en este caso su pierna, seguramente nuestra técnica va a estar muy bien. Okay.
And if you were playing congas?
Congas.
So you work
Wow.
that stubborn left hand. So you can play your rolls on your congas, because you're not going to use sticks on congas. So you practice every day on a dead surface. You can use just your hands. And all
También
I'm doing
recomienda
is
que
double, double,
usemos
double,
nuestras
double,
manos,
double.
simplemente nuestras manos. Después nos puede servir para tocar instrumentos de percusión, congas, pero simplemente lo pueden practicar con sus manos sobre un pad, sobre sus faldas, donde ustedes deseen, pero simplemente con sus manos practicando estos 2 y 2 o golpes dobles con sus manos. Sin duda va a ser de mucha utilidad.
So I have congas over there. I don't think, no, you can't see them. They're over
Ella
there
tiene congas
behind the
ahí,
camera.
atrás de la
And
cámara tiene congas.
I used to sit and just work, my doubles on the conga as well. Even if you're in your kitchen and you're waiting for the water to boil, you can just use your hands on your countertop, just practicing doubles. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and then when you put sticks in your hand, just pretend that you're still stroking and you're going to have nice clean doubles.
Simplemente cuando estés cocinando y esperás que el agua hierva, podés hacerlo ahí con tus manos, simplemente esperando en tu cocina. Y luego cuando tomes un par de baquetas, vas a poder aplicar la misma técnica o la misma lógica con las baquetas en tus manos. Y vas a ver cómo van a mejorar tus dobles.
Okay. Any other specific questions so far?
Yes. Aquí preguntan la diferencia entre grip tradicional, grip alemán y grip francés. The difference between German and French grip.
Okay. So German is really, really, really out far. So I don't really recommend so much German. I always teach American goes in a little bit, and it's easier to play than the strict,
El grip
regimented
alemán
German.
es mucho más abierto, de esta manera.
German is real flat right here.
Es con el dorso de la mano bien, bien plano hacia arriba.
But American, we bring it in a little bit, and your thumbnail, instead of being up like French, it's not real flat like German, it's in between. So this
grip
is an
francés
easier way to play.
Son
Where
pulgares
French
hacia
grip-
arriba. Ese es el
French
pulgar.
grip
Ese es el
is,
pulgar.
is this way, and you're going to be implementing your fingers.
Usarás más tus dedos en este tipo de grip francés. Y el grip americano o American grip está entre los dos, entre el francés, este que estamos viendo, y el alemán, el que es más abierto y plano.
So French grip is made most of the times for timpani, the large kettle drums in an orchestra.
El grip
Those
francés
people
está diseñado
train.
especialmente para los
They
tímpanos.
train with that French grip so that when you play a tom roll like this,
De manera tal que cuando tocamos sobre un tímpano o un tom,
and also we're allowed to do a little French grip when you reach over to play your ride cymbal. You don't really want to play like we're using, say we were using American grip like this.
cuando estás usando el grip americano sobre tu hi-hat,
And then we want to reach over. You don't
luego-
have to reach over where your hand is flat like this.
y luego vamos al ride, utilizando el grip francés.
So then you come from here back on your hi-hat. You can see that I'm back into between a German and an American grip. Because you don't want to play your hi-hats like this. It's just,
No tocamos el hi-hat con el grip francés,
you want to be
Se
able to
endurece
use
todo.
your wrists.
de esta manera puedes usar más tu muñeca, utilizando el grip americano.
So it's okay to use German and American grip, or German if you want to, but feel free to show your thumbnail, and that means that you are in a French grip when you riding your ride cymbal.
Asegúrate que tienes
Okay.
el pulgar hacia arriba cuando estás tocando sobre tu ride. Te va a funcionar mejor. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Do you want to answer a couple of more or then later?
Well, I'll take one more.
Okay. What drumsticks do you use? That's a short one. ¿Qué palillos, qué baquetas usas?
Well, I like to tell students to use a heavier stick for practice pad work because it will build your muscles. You will gain strength in your wrists. And so then when you pick up a lighter stick, these happen to be ProMark 5A painted sticks.
Estos son
So,
baquetas ProMark 5A pintados de blanco, pero recomienda al momento de practicar usar baquetas más pesadas para fortalecer sus brazos.
yeah, so this is a good size for drum set. If you were playing really loud, heavy music and you were outdoors and you had like 100,000 people out there in your audience, you might want a little bit heavier than a 5A. Some drummers use a 5B just because they need to project the volume. But in a normal setting, a 5A is a standard size, and these feel really good. These ProMark 5As feel really, really good. And they're a rebound. They're 5A rebound. There's a forward that's heavier, and it just drops. But a rebound stick, it actually does rebound really well.
Su baqueta preferida es el ProMark 5A Rebound porque rebota mucho mejor, tiene una respuesta diferente a la versión de la misma baqueta 5A Forward, donde tiene el peso más volcado hacia la punta y logra más potencia, más proyección en el golpe. Cuando tocas, la 5A es una medida que ella recomienda mucho para tocar la batería, es una medida muy popular, pero si vas a tocar en lugares mucho más grandes, ante grandes audiencias, seguramente una baqueta un poco más pesada como 5B o 2B es una baqueta que te va a ayudar a generar más volumen y proyección en el sonido de tu batería.
Okay, cool. So let's move on and
Muy bien,
start
avanzamos.
learning paradiddles.
Vamos a
Single
pasar a
paradiddle.
paradiddles.
Okay, so we're
Very
going to
simple.
use some of the sticking that I talked about at the very beginning. We're going to do an accent, so that's going to have some power behind it. Paradiddle. And then you're going to come up and get ready for the left-hand paradiddle. Left, right, left, left. So you're going to pop this back up so that you have an accent on the right-hand one.
Está tocando un paradiddle, derecha, izquierda, derecha, derecha, izquierda, derecha, izquierda, izquierda. Y tenemos que asegurarnos de levantar la mano que va a acentuar. El rudimento que nos está mostrando es un paradiddle, combinación de golpes simples y dobles.
Now, I'm playing them correctly. And I don't know if you know who Dave Garibaldi is, but he's a famous, well-known drummer. And he has a course on making your diddles really unaccented. So you want them to be as soft as possible. If you play paradiddles loud like this, that means that you're doing a right, left, right, right, left, right, left, left, but you're still not playing a paradiddle. If you say the word paradiddle, pair is accented and everything else is soft. Paradiddle, paradiddle. And that's how you want those to sound. Paradiddle. So your diddles are very low.
La onomatopeya de la palabra paradiddle representa lo siguiente. Cuando decimos per, acento, diddle, golpes, taps, sin acentuar. Y tienen que ser realmente a muy bajo volumen. Citó antes al baterista David Garibaldi de Tower of Power, donde recomienda en sus cursos tocar los diddles a muy bajo volumen, muy suaves. De esa manera nosotros podemos ejecutar un paradiddle. No son todos los golpes al mismo volumen, sino que tenemos que tener un contraste entre el golpe acentuado, el per, a diddle son notas no acentuadas.
Okay, so I'm going to show how you can add paradiddles in your hi-hat and on your snare, and I'm going to add my bass drum and stuff. So I'm going to turn this mic off.
Ahora va a apagar el micrófono y nos va a mostrar cómo aplicar paradiddles en su batería. Estoy tocando un paradiddle entre hi-hat y tambor. Y agrega el bombo.
So you can hear the difference when you play this, the unaccented, nice and soft. If you played everything loud, it just wouldn't be musical. It would just be, all loud. But if you play it with a little bit of feel, like...
Es muy importante tocar con dinámicas, con contrastes, con feel, con sentimiento. Si tocamos todo al mismo volumen, no lo vamos a lograr.
So those were single paradiddles. And then there's the inversions of the paradiddles. So, I don't know how much time we have, but I'll just give a few examples. So paradiddles are right, left, right, right. Then if you invert them, then you put the diddle in the middle. So right, left, left, right.
Nos está mostrando una inversión del paradiddle de esta manera, donde ponemos los golpes dobles en el medio.
So it's almost like paradiddle. You put the diddle in the middle. And those are so much fun on the drum set. And that's one inversion of a paradiddle. And I'll show you how good it sounds.
Nos dice que los paradiddles invertidos son muy divertidos tocar en la batería. Esta es solamente la primera inversión que nos va a mostrar y dice es muy divertido tocarlo. Y ahora nos va a mostrar.
So that's showing you how an inverted paradiddle it sounds so good on your toms, moving your accents around. So after you do that inversion, you can do the diddle in the front of it. Diddle para, diddle para. So what you're going to do is go back to what we talked about at first, where you're going to do a downstroke and then a tap. Diddle. So you don't want a diddle, you don't want both of them loud, you want a diddle. Diddle, para. And so para is very soft. And then I'm getting ready for a left-handed one. Diddle, para. Diddle, para. Diddle, para.
En esta inversión del paradiddle nos muestra cómo empezamos con el golpe doble, pero es muy importante que el primer golpe doble sea acentuado y el segundo muy controlado.
So you want to practice regular paradiddles, and then don't be afraid to move on and do the inverted paradiddles. So then we move on to double paradiddles. I think everyone knows double paradiddle, double paradiddle. All it is just right, left, right, left, right, right. Left, right, left, right, left, left.
Le estoy mostrando los paradiddles dobles.
Paraparadiddle, 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 paraparadiddle. So this is my favorite thing, I think, to put on the drum set. I put my right hand on the ride or on the bell of the ride and keep my left hand on the snare drum. And I'm going to be just playing double paradiddles, but it's going to sound really, really cool and you won't believe how good it sounds.
Ahora va a tocar doble paradiddles como nos acaba de mostrar y una de sus versiones favoritas es usar su mano derecha en el ride y su mano izquierda en el tambor y crear ritmos usando el doble paradiddle, como a continuación lo va a mostrar. Beautiful.
How do you like that? And it's
Yeah.
double paradiddles. And I
Great.
feel
I think your microphone is off. I think.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. Sound great.
So I feel sorry for the people who don't really know double paradiddles and don't know how to use them because I think those were really cool. I love double paradiddles and I'm playing them as like sixes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Ella ama los doble paradiddles y los toca como seisillos. Se lamenta por aquellos que no conocen este rudimento.
And you can even put a drag in there, and so it would be called a drag paradiddle.
Esta puedes poner un drag.
So I'm still playing a paradiddle, but on the first pair, I'm going to put 2. And a drag is just really
Esto es un drag.
quick. So
Está tocando un doble paradiddle combinado con un drag.
you hear that drag in there. So I won't turn my mic off this time. I'll just try to play a little softer. They're just so much fun. I can't imagine not knowing a double paradiddle.
Es algo muy divertido, como lo pueden ver, y no puede imaginarse cómo alguien no disfruta de este doble paradiddle.
And then you have triple paradiddles, which is just pair up, paradiddle.
Luego tenemos triples paradiddles. Y lo cantamos así. Paradiddle.
Right. Paradiddle. That's all it is. And so spend some time working on singles and some inversions of singles, and then your paradiddles, double paradiddles, and triple paradiddles, and drag paradiddles, because they're fun. And then we can start getting into, well, before we move the paradiddles, just how about a paradiddle diddle? They're all on one hand. Paradiddle diddle, paradiddle diddle.
Ahora está haciendo paradiddle diddle. O sea, duplica los dobles.
And these are easy to get some speed up because they don't alternate. Paradiddle diddle.
Como nos
You
alternan,
can
son
see
más fáciles
I'm
de
playing
hacer más
two
rápido.
doubles together. Diddle diddle. So because you've worked on your doubles from the beginning of this lesson today, you've spent some time on diddle 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 diddle. Diddles are doubles. They should come easy. Para diddle diddle. Para diddle diddle.
Diddles son dobles, entonces, como ya practicaste tus dobles, esto te debería salir muy fácil.
And you want to relax.
Debes
So I'm
relajarte.
bringing my arm up, getting ready for that next one.
Levanto mi mano, bien relajada.
My left hand just stays down
Palma
here the
centro.
whole time, just playing little light
Mi
diddles.
mano izquierda permanece
coming up
siempre
here.
abajo,
I'm
tocando
playing them all down low.
relajada y a poco volumen.
So once you get the hang of double paradiddle diddles, you'll find that you're going to use them a lot. Okay, so I guess they would sound like this on the kit.
En la medida que vayas practicando tus paradiddles diddles, verás cómo los vas a ir usando cada vez más en tu batería. Y suena algo así.
Paradiddle diddle fun.
La diversión del paradiddle diddle.
All right, so then now we're going to start getting into the more interesting rudiments, and a lot of them have flams on them. And I think we should know what flams are. Just one grace note.
Vamos a pasar al
before
siguiente
the
rudimento
downstroke.
y vamos a aprender el flam. Es esto.
So this light stroke down here is going to become an upstroke. So once I hit this one, it comes up. So now I'm ready for another one. This one's going to come up. This one is going to be a downstroke.
Una hace un golpe up y la otra hace un golpe down. De esta manera. Ni bien
So
toca
one
una, la
stick
otra ya
is-
sube.
One stick is up and down, up, down, up, down. And that's what your other hand is playing as well. Down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So these are regular, just plain regular flams.
Estos son flams regulares. Debe sonar de esta manera.
So get comfortable with those. Do not play flams like this. I have students that do this. But
No
these are
toques los
not
flams de esta
flams.
manera.
Those are not flams. You have to be able to distinguish one up and one down. One up, one down. So then if you start adding them to rudiments, we have flam accents. Flam accent. Just like triplets.
Lo podemos
One,
agregar
2, 3.
el flam a los rudimentos.
3, 1,
Como este flam accent.
3, 1, 2,
1,
3,
2, 3, 1, 2, 3.
Yes. So they're accented on 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. So you can add those flam accents to the kit.
Podemos agregar estos flam accents al kit.
just flam accents on the kit. And I threw in a few drags, if anyone noticed. I did.
Además de los flam accents, sumo algunos drags, por si lo notaron.
Drags come in handy. You can stick a drag in a lot of places. Okay.
Siempre
so
es útil tener un drag a mano.
Those were just flam accents. And let's see what another
Esos
good one
fueron
is.
flam accents.
How about a flam-a-cue? Has anyone heard of a flam-a-cue?
¿Alguien conoce el flam cue?
So you start with a small flam, but still you're going to have one hand higher than the other. Flam, accent, and end with a flam. So flam, accent, tap, tap, flam. Jut, 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 jut.
Así suena el flam cue.
So you can see my flams are really low, but they're not coming down at the same time. I'm still playing one before the other. This is my short grace note, really close to the head. So flam, and then a hard accent, tap, tap, another small flam. If you didn't want to end it, you can continue with but a flam-a-cue is written like. So it's 1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 1 E
Así
and a
contamos
2,
el flam-a-cue.
1 E and a 2, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4, 1 E and a 2, 3 E and a 4. So you can start incorporating those on the kit too. Let's see how they sound. Okay.
De esa manera lo incorporamos al set.
How about a patafla-fla or Swiss Army triplets as well? Let's do Swiss Armies first. And that is a flam, tap, tap. Flam, tap, tap.
Vamos a hacer un tresillo suizo.
Now, if you're right-handed, you're going to play them on your right hand. So a right flam, a right tap, a left tap. So right, right, left. Flam, right,
Empieza con un
left.
flam y un tap
Flam,
tap.
right, left. Juggada, 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 jug. They sound like juggada, juggada to me.
Así suenan. El tresillo suizo. Comienzan con un flam y luego dos taps. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, tratata, tratata.
So those around the kit are kind of cool too.
Ahora en la batería.
All right, so let's move on. Any questions so far about any of those rudiments?
Yes, yes, sure. We have lots of them.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Ivan Munoz is asking, do you recommend the Moeller technique for rudiments?
I do. And going back to that
Sorry,
down up on
sorry,
the high
sorry,
hands.
I got it translated
Okay,
into,
okay.
into Spanish. Sorry.
I'm
Iván
sorry.
Muñoz pregunta si recomienda la técnica Moller para sus rudimentos. Y justo estaba diciendo que sí la recomienda.
Yeah, the Moeller technique, it just makes things, it makes life easier. We talked about earlier the down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. So the Moeller, it's just like you have a whip or maybe even a fishing pole. Once you come down and you're going to go up, on your way up, you accidentally just touch the pad, up, down, up,
En la
down,
técnica Moller,
up,
el
down,
brazo hace
up,
este tipo de
down.
movimiento.
So it makes
Como si
this
fueras a
hi-hat
pescar.
work.
Y lo aplicamos, por ejemplo, al hi-hat. En el golpe ascendente, casi por accidente, tocas el pad o el parche.
Makes it so much easier. So I do recommend Moeller. It just, it's a smoother way to play than just a stiff way. Moeller is just you can your singles are faster with Moeller or smoother.
Los singles y los dobles son mucho más rápidos y suaves con la técnica Moller, aplicando este movimiento. Observen sus codos.
That right there is a triplet. So both hands are going down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up, down, tap, up. So now if I start doing it with the left hand, down, tap, up, and I do both of them. Versus if I was to play really stiff. Which do you think looks better and more relaxed? Which looks more relaxed?
¿Cuál de las dos versiones consideran que se ve más relajada? ¿Esta aplicando la técnica Moller o la Moller?
So do
Great.
they think that looks a little more relaxed? Hopefully it is. And it's a good thing to work on Moeller.
Espera que todos se den cuenta de la importancia de aplicar la técnica Moller para que sus rudimentos se vean más relajados. Dorothea, Alexander Castro is asking, in case you don't have a bass drum at home, how do you practice, foot technique for singles and doubles? Let me translate it first. Alexander Castro pregunta, en caso de no tener bombo en casa, ¿cómo puedo practicar técnica de pies para golpes simples y dobles en el bombo?
I have a little practice pad for bass drum as well. I have two different ones actually. They're over there, but it's a good way. You have to have a bass drum pedal, and you can get a double bass pedal and a double pad, or you can get a single pedal and a single pad, and they don't cost a whole lot. But that's a good way to do it. If you can't afford it, you still have two legs and 2 feet. And while you're playing on your pad, you can still work like.
Recomiendo comprarse un pad, ya sea para pedal simple o doble, y practicar. Necesitas tus pedales para practicar. Pero en caso que no puedas, recomiendo usar tus pies, practicar tu técnica de pies cuando estás sentado practicando los rudimentos en tu pad.
So you can do singles.
Puedes hacer singles con tus pies.
You can do triplets.
Puedes hacer tresillos.
So whatever you're doing with your hands, do with your feet. Paradiddles, diddle.
Todo lo que hagas con tus manos, intenta hacerlo con tus pies. Paradiddles.
And that's an easy way to practice. You don't have to have a pedal. As long as you're practicing and using your feet, you're good to go. And then when you do, and when you are able to get and purchase a drum set or even a practice pad for your feet, then you're going to be already ready for it.
recomienda que hagas esto si todavía no puedes tener a tu alcance un pad de práctica para practicar con tus pedales, con tus pies. Intenta hacer esto simplemente usando tus pies y copiando lo que hagan tus manos. De esa manera, cuando consigas un pad de práctica para tus pedales o puedas acceder a tener un bombo cerca, seguramente vas a tener mucho más desarrollado y vas a estar más preparado y mejor preparado para poder tocar el bombo como lo querés. Okay, we have many questions. Do you wanna do you want me to read a couple more?
Let me do my pataflaflas, and then that might be, unless they ask for another rudiment. But I'll do a pataflafla, and then we'll answer some more questions. Okay.
Okay, great. We have 15 minutes tops. So
Okay.
So okay, we have many questions. So I suggest you go ahead, and then you can answer with the time left.
Okay. All right. All
Okay.
right. So we'll make it quick. Just another fun rudiment with flams. Pataflafla.
Va a explicar este rudimento.
Pataflafla. So it has two flams.
Tiene dos flams.
Flam, 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 flam. So left, right. You start on the right, and then you're going, once you get into it, you're going to be doing a left, right. Left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. So on the kit, it's fun.
Es muy divertido también practicarlo en la batería. Great. Sounds like samba.
It does. That's why I wanted it to include it, because then you can start adding your samba beat to it.
Suena a samba y luego puedes agregar tu base de samba a ese rudimento.
Yeah. So you can put those pataflaflas with that. Okay.
Bravo.
So I'm ready to take some questions.
Okay. Let me read them for you. What kind of marching drumsticks do you use?
Well,
¿Qué tipo de baquetas de marching usas?
oh gosh, I have them downstairs by my chair. I
Uy, los
use
tengo abajo.
ProMark, and ProMark makes several different marching sticks. Let me look in my basket here and see if I happen to have any.
Ok, tengo mis baquetas abajo y uso ProMark, baquetas ProMark de marching. ProMark hace muchas baquetas de marching y se va a fijar a ver si las encuentra. Did you find them? No.
No, they're downstairs, and I can't
Ok,
remember.
están abajo.
I can't remember the name on them. I'm so sorry.
Scott Johnson or no?
No.
Are they signature ones?
Yes, they're signature ones.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah. And so you could just look up marching and on ProMark marching sticks, and
Okay,
all of them are
I
really
know.
good.
You know, we can do this. We can do this. It's a fun thing. Maybe you can, like post it on your history, on your story, on your Instagram, and let all your Latin American fans which ProMark drumsticks, marching drumsticks you use, and you can tag, our PercuFest Instagram fan page, so we can repost it and let everyone know what kind of what's your favorite model.
All right.
That's a fun thing, so everyone can. Okay. Invitamos
cool.
a,
Okay, cool.
como Dorotea no tenía a mano sus baquetas ProMark que usa para marching y no recuerda exactamente el modelo, la invitamos a que en su historia de Instagram postee, nos comparta cuál es este modelo y nos va a etiquetar en nuestra página oficial de Instagram, así nosotros también podemos repostear esto y compartirlo con todos ustedes. Great. Okay. Elizabeth is asking, okay, she loves paradiddles, but her left hand is not strong enough. So the paradiddle is not sounding okay. Do you have any suggestion for this? Elizabeth pregunta o le comenta que a ella le encantan los paradiddles, pero su mano izquierda no está lo suficientemente fuerte y no le suenan del todo bien. Si tiene algún consejo para esto.
We have to go back to the same answer. Lots of practice for one, but do the paradiddles on your table or on your legs or on your practice pad, and you want to be able to hear the diddle. And so you practice it slow, and if you can hear each one at this speed, then you want to turn it up a notch. You can have it on your metronome. You can set it as sixteenths, 1 e and 2 e and 3 e.
Establece tu metrónomo en semicorcheas y debes escuchar claramente y lentamente cada uno de tus golpes, en especial los dobles.
Do them on your legs, the same.
Hazlo sobre tus piernas.
Or get your sticks and do it on a pillow. It takes practice. Practice is the key word, and it's like hours every day working on drum rudiments. When I was in the marching drum and bugle corps, we practiced 8 to 10 hours a day all summer long.
Wow.
And so that's what builds your hands. So if you only practice 15 or 20 minutes a day, that's part of the reason. It takes time to build up your hands, your chops. We call these our chops. So
lleva tiempo construir tus manos. Practica. Ella cuando estaba en el cuerpo de marching band, practicaban de 8 a 10 horas por día. Necesita tiempo, necesita práctica y dedicación. Si practicas 15 minutos por día, no vas a ver los resultados. Dedícale tiempo y vas a ver los resultados en ambas manos. Great advice. 8 to 10 hours, that's huge.
Yeah. And right now, drum and bugle corps they haven't had their first show yet, and they're practicing 10 to 12 hours a day. I have a friend, one of my followers from Instagram, and he is in one, and he's never been in one. This is his first year, and I asked him how many hours a day, and it's anywhere between 8 and 12 hours a day.
Wow. Un amigo de ella que está trabajando en el cuerpo de marcha le comentó que estaban trabajando diariamente de 8 a 12 horas al día. Imagínense practicar esa cantidad de horas por día. Wow, that's perfection. That's the only way you achieve perfection.
It is.
Es la única manera de alcanzar la perfección. Dorothea, or Dorothea. Dorothea, we'll say your name in Spanish. We'll say Dorothea, but it's Dorothea.
I like it, though. It sounds good.
Okay, when are you planning to come down here? We love you, Dorothea.
Oh, I have no idea.
You can drive with your car. That's awesome car you have.
My slingshot, yeah.
Yeah, you should take, like the highway and come to visit us to Latin America. We'd love that.
That would be fun.
Okay. Le estaba diciendo que cuando nos va a visitar y dice que le encantaría visitarnos. Do you use more, or do you prefer like finger technique or wrist technique? ¿Qué prefieres? ¿La técnica de dedos o de muñeca?
It all depends on what I'm going to be playing. If I'm working on just maybe quick single passages, like
depende de qué esté tocando. Si es algo muy rápido,
something really fast, then I'll start using my fingers.
Usaré los dedos.
But more than likely, I'll be using molar technique
pero generalmente uso
wrist.
Muñecas y molar, técnica molar, como nos comentó antes.
Kind of a little bit of both.
Un poco de los dos, pero como síntesis, nos acaba de explicar esto. Generalmente muñecas y moler, y cuando tiene que tocar rápido, usa la técnica de dedos. Ok. Um, Nahuel Zapata pregunta si para hacer los diddles aprieta el grip o lo relaja. When you comes the time to, to execute the diddles, do you put more pressure on your grip, or just do you prefer to relax it?
Relax on the diddles. The diddles are
Los
relaxed.
relaja. Los diddles, los dobles, son relajados.
So there's an exercise like this. So those
Este es el
diddles are
ejercicio que
real
recomiendo.
relaxed. And then that's how that you can practice on your paradiddles. Paradiddle, paradiddle. Good way to do it.
Este es un gran ejercicio y una gran manera de lograr lo que nos acaban de preguntar. Gracias, Dorothea. Thank you, Dorothea. Ivan, okay, first of all, we have, compliments and greetings from all over Latin America, from every country you can imagine. We have lots of people, from everywhere in the world, sending love to you and appreciating your masterclass. So, thank you very much, Dorothea, for sharing with us.
Having me.
It's our pleasure. Antes que nada y casi terminando nuestra masterclass, le acerco a Dorothea los saludos que están dejando tanto en el chat de preguntas y respuestas como en nuestro chat abierto. Gracias a todos por el cariño y que le están dando a Dorothea. Lo agradece muchísimo. Dorothea, it comes the time to end the masterclass, so I'm gonna say like a couple of words in Spanish, and then you can close your masterclass. Is that okay?
Okay.
Okay. Recuerden sumarse a la familia Dadario en nuestras redes sociales. Nos van a encontrar en dadario.percufest.latam. En nuestro canal de YouTube, Dadario Latinoamérica, podrán ver esta y muchas clases más. Además, me gustaría comentarles que en la Academia Dadario a la Carta ofrecemos clases gratuitas en vivo. Súmate a la Academia Dadario inscribiéndote de manera gratuita en festivaldadario.com/clases. Habrá importantes sorteos al finalizar la clase Herramientas Creativas en el día de hoy, donde los especialistas Dadario nos compartirán valiosa información sobre productos Evans Promark junto al artista invitado Marcelo Novati. Será el artista de hoy, baterista de Juanes. Todos los meses en nuestras redes Dadario podrás disfrutar de tips y entrevistas con artistas de la familia Dadario. En nuestras redes puedes ubicar también los puntos de venta Dadario más cercanos a tu domicilio, donde podrás encontrar la más amplia variedad de parches, baquetas y accesorios para tu instrumento. Hoy, a continuación, ahora en minutos nomás, no te pierdas la siguiente clase de la maestra Vera Figueredo, dando una masterclass sobre ritmos brasileros y herramientas creativas, como te comenté antes, con el maestro Marcelo Novati, donde compartiremos no solo valiosa información, el maestro Novati responderá muchas preguntas, sino que también habrá importantes sorteos. Ok, Dorothea, thank you very much. Thank you. We take your word on the marching stick. Remember, you can post it on your Instagram and tag us. PercuFest, the Dario PercuFest. So, thank you very much for sharing everything with us.
Oh, so thank you guys very much for joining me today. It made me excited being able to do this. I have to apologize. I was going to change clothes, but I lost track of time. I got my times confused. So this is what I had on all day. So sorry about that.
Nos agradece, está muy contenta de estar aquí con nosotros. Se disculpa por la ropa que está vistiendo. Perdió un poco el control del tiempo y bueno, así era como estaba vestida. We love you.
I just hope that, for those of you that are total beginners or you didn't know some of these things, how important they are to learn the correct strokings, to keep your taps down at a low minimum, just for effect, for all of the rudiments that you need to learn. Why not go ahead and learn all 40 of the Percussive Arts Society important rudiments, and then there are some fun hybrid rudiments, just like grandmas and just book reports, and just so many fun other rudiments to learn. And even if they don't apply to the drum set or maybe to congas or whatever, you have those, in your muscle memory, in your knowledge of playing drums, and you'll never forget them once you learn them. So I
Para
enjoyed
todos
being
aquellos,
with you today, and thank you again
agradece
very much.
Agradece a todos ustedes por estar aquí compartiendo este momento y lo ha disfrutado muchísimo, y recomienda especialmente a todos aquellos principiantes que aprendan los 40 rudimentos principales. Es muy, muy importante que los aprendan. Va a ser la base de su técnica. Chequen los 40 rudimentos principales y eso va a formar parte de su lenguaje, de su memoria muscular. Una vez que los aprendan y le dediquen mucho tiempo, los van a acompañar toda su vida. Este es un gran consejo que nos deja. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Have a nice day. See you soon.
Thank you. All righty. Bye-bye.
Bye bye. Nos vemos a continuación con la clase maestra de Vera Figueredo, maestra de los ritmos brasileros.